Hello, everyone. I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Welcome. I'm not sure if I'm on yet or not, but I think I am. So again, I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Welcome. Today is my week 3 of my 4-part series. Let me just click a few buttons. So hopefully, there we go, maybe. All right. Okay. It's great to be here today. Today is Tuesday, 1 p.m. I think I'm a couple minutes late, just trying to get everything set up. And so today we're going to do a little crafting. We're going to continue to use the Flowers of Beauty and the Unbounded Love. And when I turn the camera down, I'm going to share a couple of things with you that's going on at Rustic Barn Studio, as well as with Stampin' Up. And then I will share week 1 and week 2 cards with you. And then we'll make week 3. And you can go back and watch the replay if you missed the other week 1, week 2. All right. So let's see here. We will turn the camera down. I hit the right button anyway. All right. I hope everything is okay. It always kind of gives me a little error message, but I found usually just to ignore it. Turn a little light on. I don't want to get too much so you can't see. Just a reminder, or if you don't know, that during the month of August through the 31st, Stampin' Up! They're having a designer series paper sale. And there's 14 papers from the annual catalog. It does not include the specialty papers, but we have Bright and Beautiful, Country Lace, Full of Life, Mediterranean Blooms, Countryside Inn, Country Woods, Lily Pond Lane, Perennial Lavender, Take to the Sky, To Market, Wildly Flowering, Thoughtful Journey, Unbounded Beauty, which we're going to use today, and Winter Meadow, which this one is not available right now, but it will be back, I believe, this month, if I'm not mistaken. If you placed at least a $50 order in the month of July, then don't forget to check your email and find, if maybe you wrote it down, but it's time to redeem those coupon codes. So you received $5 coupons for every $50 you spent in July. And you can, if you have more than one, you can definitely stack them on one order if you would like to. Another thing that Stampin' Up! As starting today, and maybe a lot of you know that Close to My Heart closed, and Stampin' Up! Invited Close to My Heart makers into our community, and a lot of them did do that. And so Stampin' Up! Also, from what I understand, purchased some of the products from Close to My Heart, but as of today, those items that they did purchase, they are available for everyone. So in the online store, and you can find that link in the description to find those items. And Stampin' Up! Will be coming out soon with some more products for scrapbooking. So that's pretty exciting, isn't it? All right, so here at Rustic Barn Studio, I'm part of the online Global Crafters. I have 2 friends, Connie from Great Stamping with Connie, who lives in Canada, and Sarah from Handmade After Dark, who lives in Australia. And we are once again bringing you the 12 weeks of Christmas. And what that means is that if you are signed up to my newsletter, you will receive a free video tutorial each week for 12 weeks. And that will be starting the week of September 23rd. So if you're not a newsletter subscriber, there is information in the description that you can sign up, and it's absolutely free to receive that free video tutorial each week for 12 weeks. But it is exclusive to my newsletter subscribers. It's a way once a year to thank them for being a subscriber. But we are also offering the make and take. So if you would like to have the make and takes to go kit, which is the pre-cut cardstock, punched shapes, embossed pieces, envelopes, embellishments for all 12 projects, then you can get that shipped to your home for $36 in the United States. And that does include shipping. And again, there's information in this description, or you can email me at rusticbarncards@gmail.com. Okay, I think that is everything. So we can start crafting. And this is just my host code because today is like an online card class. And what that means is that everyone can watch. But if you would like to have the cardstock and the designer series paper and the bits and pieces to make all 4 cards that I am sharing this month, then place at least a $25 order with me using this host code, and I will send you envelopes and the bits and pieces. You have to do your own stamping, but I'll send that to you. If your order is $50 or more, I'll send you a package of embellishments. So this was week 1. We did a fun fold, made all your wishes come true, and it's a birthday card. That's kind of so that was for week 1. Then last week, week 2, we made a sympathy card. But of course, you could put any sentiment that you wanted there. So this is our week 2. And then today we're going to make week 3. So you would need Flowers of Beauty if you want to make your card just like mine. And then Unbounded Love. And we're going to make another happy birthday card. We're going to be using the Flowers of Beauty dies. So we're going to use the one that does not, it's an extra. It does not stamp out the image. And then we will be using the one that does stamp out an image. And we're going to be using the large flower. This paper, which is called Unbounded Beauty, is lovely. It is beautiful. I have cut some of these into 6 by 12, but it is 12 by 12 paper. So you would receive your paper 12 by 12 when you order it. And just beautiful paper. And then on the back, you have more just plain colors, and then a lot of floral on the front. So, all right. So today, we are going to start with Pretty in Pink card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You're also going to need one piece of designer series paper, 1 3/4 by 5.5. You're going to need a sentiment strip, and your sentiment strip is 1 by 3.5. And you're going to need an inside basic white layer, 5 1/4 by 4. And then we're going to use the specialty in color Glimmer paper, which I didn't pull out to show you. It is beautiful. It is 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. See if I can pull this Glimmer paper out. So you get, it has all the end colors. Summer Splash, John Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie. This is Peach Pie. And Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and We're using the pretty in pink today. And then you will need a scrap of basic white to do your stamping on. And you also will need some Summer Splash cardstock to die cut these flowers and image out, and that is what this extra one here is, but I've already have that cut out for us. And if you order the kit, if you place an order with me and get the kit free, then I will have all these pieces sent to you. Okay. Remove all of this so we can get started. Do some stamping first. But before we do that, let's go ahead and fold our cardstock. So if you notice, I have part of the front of the cardstock embossed. And again, this class is free. Just place at least a $25 order with me, and I'll send you the class. You'll get bits and pieces to make all 4 cards that we've made each week this month. This is a So Swirly embossing folder. So what I did, I just put the cardstock right in here. And I didn't want it to come clear to the edge because I'm going to be covering it up with designer series paper. And then I ran it through the cut and emboss machine. And so that's how I did that. And yours will come embossed just like this. Okay, we'll lay that aside, and then we're going to go ahead and do some stamping. The only ink you need is Summer Splash. And again, this is a 2-step stamp set. So we are going to, again, if it's kind of, to find out, I like to use, one is rougher than the other. The one that is smooth is the one that fills in. And then the one that is rough is your outline. So I'm going to go ahead, and I like starting with the outline usually, but it doesn't really matter. But I find that works the best for me. So I did that in full strength. I just inked up the stamp. And then I'm going to come back with my inside. And notice there's a little bit of an indentation there. And there is right here. So I'll be matching that up. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. And then because I want it lighter, I'm going to go ahead and stamp off. And then I'm going to stamp on. My ink pad is a little juicy. But it stamps just fine. We'll leave that out because I'm going to bring in this image here. Now it is a 2-step, but we're just going to use the outline. So we're going to use the one that's a little bit rougher. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp it right here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and grab the other one. I think we like it better. Because this was the inside, and I think I was thinking it was the outside. So let me grab another block. I'm just going to use a larger block just because it's handy. So, but you could use this one, but we're just going to go ahead and use both of them. But I'm just going to, probably wasn't a very good idea to use too large of a block because then I got ink everywhere, didn't I? Then we can decide which one we like the best. Okay, so we definitely want to use this one that I stamped with first because it has more of the Summer Splash ink on it. And I'm going to lay this aside for just a second and then bring in our sentiment piece so we can get all our stamping done. And I already have Happy Birthday inked up. And when we stamp this, we are going to stamp it over on the right because we're going to add our little flower on the left after we die cut that out. So we'll just place that about right here. And let's go ahead and do a little more stamping. Let's go ahead and add a flower inside our layer. This is our inside layer. So I'm going to bring back the outline of our flower, and we're just going to place that right at the bottom. Bring the inside layer, and once again, I want to stamp off and then line this up. You could also stamp a greeting on the inside if you wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and bring our card base back in, and we're going to go ahead and adhere this the inside of our card. I'm shaking that because I don't know. I've been doing quite a bit of crafting. I'm having fun with, as a demonstrator, we can pre-order a month early from the mini catalog. So I have been playing with all of my new products that I ordered from the holiday mini catalog that will go live on September 4th. If you don't have anyone to send you a catalog, reach out to me and I would be glad to send you one. All right, we're going to bring in our designer series paper, and we're going to add this to the left-hand side of our card base. You could use this layout with any stamp set that you have. It doesn't have to be this one that I have. So you can still place an order, get all of the pre-cut cardstock, have the designer series paper cut for you. I'll have the embossing done and the die cuts for you. Just a little bit more. There we go. All right, now I'm going to lay that right here, and we are going to bring in our glimmer, and then we are going to attach this right on here. I believe, let me look at my notes, but I think I did that with glue dots. Hello, Christina. How are you doing today? I'm making another birthday card. I made one in week 1. You know what? I think I'm going to use tear and tape. I could probably use glue dots, but I know that adhesive isn't going to stick to that glimmer paper. So I know that tear and tape will work just fine, and glue dots probably would. If you get it too long, just snip it off. Then I like to take my bone folder just to make sure that tear and tape is down well, and then take your pick tool, or you can use your nails, whatever else you have. And now we're going to place this, and we don't have any wiggle room, so you want to make sure you look at the left and the right before you go ahead and place it down. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, then I'm going to lay this aside because we have a little bit of die cutting to do. So we have our stamp images, and so we're going to bring in our mini cut and emboss machine. Start with plate 1, plate 2, And well, we're not going to use our mini because you know why? Well, I could, I guess. I could cut that. Okay. Just because you can see it better on here. So what we will do, plate one, plate two. There we go. And grab some more tapes. So we're going to go ahead and die cut this out. And again, I just did I just stamped this once. You could definitely stamp it. It is a two-step stamp, so you could stamp it twice if you wanted to. Christine, I am doing well too, and I am very blessed as well. And I am glad that you are. So here is that. And just got a little extra that you can just brush off. And then we will die cut our flower. One of the things I love about this flower, not only is it so pretty, but it is so easy to do the two-step stamping. It just lines up so well. Maybe we'll just add. Now, a little trick if you have a mini is to not make all your, at the end, don't make everything even. So stagger your plates. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. And you will need to die cut your flower. If you place an order with me and get this kit free, you'll have to do your own die cutting of these two because I can't do the stamping for you. But you will have this piece because this is an extra die that doesn't cut out an image. So, all right. So we are going to place these right in the back of our sentiment piece. But what I want to make sure is that we might have to cut some of this off because I don't want it to go taller. I don't want it to be higher than the card. So I think that's fine. It comes out down here just a little bit. So we can just snip that off. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet and we're going to add some glue dots to the front of our images. So I'll bring in our glue dots and I'm just going to take your pick tool. You could also you know, the reason I was turning that over, it doesn't, I suppose, really matter, but there is kind of a right or wrong side. So, but I do want the right side up because I'm not going to turn it over. So you want to put your adhesive on the front of your images. Kind of just depends on what we're going to be doing, but so I'm just going to put two. So I'll just pop that up. So I put two in each of those. Then I'm going to bring in our sentiment strip. Kind of put those together. And press it down just like that. I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to add some dimensionals. And I want to make sure I get a dimensional on each of those just to kind of hold it down just a little bit better. And then we'll take this off. Take off the backings, and we're going to add a little adhesive. Before we add it to our card, I'm going to bring in some adhesive. And I'm going to add just a little bit. But I don't mind if they're not flat on the card. Gives a little bit of a dimension. All right. And so now we're going to go ahead and we will trying to get that glitter paper to the end of the card, just like that. And then let's bring in our flower, and we'll pop this up. Okay, right here. Then I'm going to bring in our embellishments. And I am using the 2024-2026 in color shimmer gems. And when I checked today, they are not available right now, but they will be. So we're going to go ahead. I think we could use Pretty in Pink, or we could use Summer Splash. But I think if I use the Pretty in Pink, it's not going to show up as well. So let's go ahead and use the Summer Splash, because I think it will show up a little bit better. Of course, here we could use, so you know what? We could just use both, right? So let's do that. Let's do 2 Summer Splash, and then we'll use 1 Pretty Pink, because that kind of shows up right there. All right, so here is my sample card. Happy birthday. I just didn't add any embellishments on it. And then here is our week 3 of our 4-part series using Flowers of Beauty and Unbounded Love. And this is this week's card. Here is week 2's card and week 1 card. So do you have a favorite? Let me know if you have a favorite. So I'm having so much fun working with this stamp set. The paper is beautiful on its own. I agree, Christina. These pretty colors never get old for me either. And I'm glad that you like the cards. And so you like the one that we did today with that. I think that glimmer paper kind of just sets it off, doesn't it? I mean, who doesn't like glitter, right? So I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for watching. And again, this is week 3 of my 4-week series using Flowers of Beauty and Unbounded Love. Place at least a $25 order with me, and I will send you the card pieces to make all 4 cards. Yes, that's right, Christina. Glitter. We all love glitter. And again, don't forget, if you're not a newsletter subscriber, sign up to my newsletter, and I will be sending out the 12 weeks of Christmas. So every week for 12 weeks, I'll send out a video tutorial, and that begins on September 23rd. But you want to get signed up before then. And there is a link in the description, if you're not a newsletter subscriber, how you can sign up for my newsletter. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. And I'll be back next Tuesday, which will be August 27th, the last Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. Central. Again, I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Take care. Bye for now, and I'll see you soon.